What's up, summoners? King Blair here. Today we're gonna be taking a look at the new Mystic Hero ML Tywin and a little bit of quick touch up on Bellona, since she's the current banner. And what I think about her, I already made a video on her, but I will retouch on that. So before I begin, I do want to apologize for being MIA for a while. I took a break from Epic 7, final season was around the corner, and then the holiday season with family. But I'm back, better than ever. Epic 7 is back, better than ever. They finally are doing a lot of quality of life changes. Robot still sucks, but at least the rewards don't. So a lot of good things have come out, and real-time arena, y'all, I'm having a lot of fun with it. I will be making videos about it in the future. And also on this new account that you guys see right here, this is used to be, well, not by one of my sons, but one of my brother's side accounts. So it's pretty lit. It's a pretty good account. I did make a summoning video that I will be posting later, but it's a pretty good account. Y'all can already see by the Judge Kise. I don't own her. I will be able to do so much more content with this too, since he built it completely different than mine. So I'll be able to give you guys wider variety, and there will be a lot of exciting stuff coming out in the future. Especially this year. I feel like this is the year where good stuff to come. So all right, let's first go to all heroes. I can never find him. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure he's a knight. I should honestly have checked this before. Oh man. All right, there he is. Ambitious Tywin. I was right. He is a knight. So knight. So the first thing that comes to mind when you think knight, you think Aureus if he's a tank. You think Holy Sacrifice if he's like a Craw, which is the only one that I actually think can use the Holy Sacrifice. You think Elris Sword because Elris Sword pretty freaking good. And last but not least, you think Elbrus Ritual Sword, which allows you to counterattack when your allies are attacked. But Ambitious Tywin, Covenant Summon, Covenants are hard to come around. Is he worth it? Is he not? We just got past ML Cecilia. So before going into it, Awaken stats, 104, nothing crazy. Pretty good HP, pretty good attack. Doesn't get any crit rate or crit damage. But let's get right into it. So I know a lot of YouTubers have been pulling for him. Okay. I wanted to hear the quote. Sorry, I just stopped randomly. A lot of YouTubers have been trying to go for him, like really hard, and I'm kind of curious why. So let's just start seeing some of the skills. So first skill, attacks with a sword with a 60% chance to provoke for one turn, removes 4 souls from the opponent. Damage now increases proportionate to the caster's max health. Okay. So this effect chance does go up to 75. It's not 100 like MLCCs, but alright, I already see some stuff that I'm like, oh man, I can already kind of see. So one thing with MLCC, of course she has the barrier that's like, she's the best defensive unit because of that, but having this already, 75% chance to provoke basically. So you put counter set on him, and then you put Elris Sword to have the maximum counterattack action like Queen CC. ML Queen CC, of course, and he can counterattack, he can provoke, so pretty good, pretty strong skill to provoke for one turn. But on top of that, removes 4 souls, y'all. That's actually way bigger than y'all can imagine, because a lot of the big cleave teams that use Bazaar rely on double soul burn to do the damage. So having this, let's say they go in with Bazaar and he counterattacks, they no longer have as much souls as they could have. The only problem I have with this is it's kind of reactive. So with the Judge Kise cleave, which I'll definitely be showing you guys that once I get this account back up to a high enough tier. Y'all, it doesn't do anything against Judge Kise. If you put the Judge Kise on Will, this Tywin literally is just chilling there. But let's see, maybe I'm wrong. First skill, solid first skill. Second skill has a 75% chance to spell 1 debuff from all allies when the caster is debuffed after being attacked. Okay. This is pretty fire too. So this, I'm assuming it's gonna go up to 100%. So has a 100% low. Let me do the first attack animation. So basically, it's the same as regular Tywins, but has a 100% chance to spell 1 debuff from all allies when the caster is attacked. I'm kind of curious. I'm pretty sure this removes debuffs on himself, but I think I did see a video where like if you debuff him, like let's say you use Dizzy skills, right after Dizzy uses her ultimate, he will immediately trigger right after that if he's debuffed, and then it's kind of like ML Serato, where when he's debuffed happens the debuffs happen first, then the hit happens. So technically, it was hit when he was debuffed. That kind of makes any sense. There's some skills that are probably switched around, but most of the time, for most of the time, like with Dizzy, he will be proccing this, and that's pretty freaking good. That can stop. That can is basically a pseudo immunity, because he makes sure that things like Seaside Bellona, whenever Seaside Bellona uses her ultimate, this will proc. You'll get to remove the, let's say they cannot be buffed or they're unhealable, and then let's say she procs, and then you counterattack or something with him because she counterattacks, and then Seaside Bellona will proc her second skill to attack again and defense break. He triggers again. This is not a once per turn, I'm pretty sure. So pretty good. Pretty solid skill. But also means you can't put him on resist, which is kind of interesting. Does nothing against single target though. That's the only part, and it requires him to be debuffed. So it's like, what if he resists it? That would kind of suck. But alright. Time for the last one, the ultimate. The thing that puts it all together. Attacks all enemies. Alright, that's pretty solid. With an instant sword storm. With a 65% chance for each to decrease speed and make them unhealable for 2 turns. This goes up to a 80% chance. Pretty typical. Pretty noticeable. For increasing making for 2 turns. Damage still increases proportion to guys. So basically it's just a tank attack skill that debuffs your enemy. So let's check it out. Let's check this third skill out. Alright, that's actually pretty fire. Not gonna lie, we got a little bit of frame drops though. Is that just me? It probably is just because my thing is like super old. I think it's pretty fire though. He just kind of like whoosh, like just goes in, just a little bit of slash and dice. Okay, that's actually pretty sick. Pretty sick. Oh yeah, I never saw a soul burn. Okay, so nothing crazy on the soul burn. Puts the cooldown down to 3. I don't think that's that great. So third skill, it's a pretty standard. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's super good. Nah, it's pretty decent. So not bad. So all in all, what I think about him, should you be pulling for him? Should you be using your mystics? Should you be excited? He's a very defensive unit. He is going to be so annoying to run into, especially if you're on debuff comps, because this just literally shuts out like so many units. Just being able to like dispel debuffs is really nice, especially when there's not that many units that give immunity. Since Crimson Arm is not as big, it's only like ML Basar, Crimson Armin, and then I think that's pretty much it in terms of like people who immediately like put immunity that are actually like viable for arena. There is Angelica, but he actually dispels him when he gets hit, so that's it's pretty proactive. And the first provoke is pretty good, and the soul steal is probably the thing that I think will be really good in real-time arena, because you want him to attack as many times as possible, and this can deprive your opponent of so much souls that if you usually from the real-time arena I see it's usually pretty tank based, like they have a good burst and then they have kind of a slower pace to it. This will destroy the slower pace because the provoke and the soul steal will make it so you get your souls but they don't get their souls. So that's pretty fire. That's pretty good for long-term fights. I don't see in real regular arena, I don't see it being that good. And if you offensively attacking someone, I don't see him being that good. Yeah, these debuffs are pretty crushing, but there's a lot of other units that have these debuffs. So overall, pretty okay. I'm not gonna overhype him. I don't think he's super broke. But y'all, if y'all can find a way to like mega break him, and if I start seeing him like in all my arena matches, I'll be like, alright, I was wrong. But as of right now, I don't know. I feel like he's okay. Similar to MLCC because of the counterattack, but that's about it. Oh yeah, last but not least, I was going to touch briefly on the regular Bellona, which I still gotta say, guys, she's still just as a good unit. If y'all haven't watched it, watch my Worth It video on Bellona. She is still pretty fire. She's still pretty solid unit. She is the reason I was able to clear B90 of Abyss, finally, because of Bellona. Because she just does so much single target damage to bosses and still has so much utility with this decreased defense. Having decreased defense basically be able to proc even though you don't have a skill up and have it be such high consistency is really nice. And with the new artifact giving more effectiveness, you can actually build her more offensive while still being able to land those debuffs. And then the one I personally prefer is the butterfly fan one, because I slap this on and I put her on Asimag Hunt, which is where she shines the most, because she's just constantly able to put the debuffs on the boss, constantly able to defense break, and then with this constantly able to remove that debuff with the help, of course, of someone that has Lily Violin. So overall, really, really, really solid unit. I have seen some people put her on counterattack, which I think it's pretty freaking good to put her on counterattack, because it essentially just makes it so this skill is up faster. That's one of the newer builds people have been trying. If it's strictly for PvE, and she's not going to be getting attacked as often, you can also just put whatchamacallit, vamp, so that way she doesn't need to, she can sustain by herself and she won't die, since she is on the little bit squishy side, but she's still pretty waifu. She's still pretty high up there on the waifu tier. But that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will be seeing y'all next time, hopefully within the next week or two. Peace.